Hi students, in this class we study about the maximum demand control. So what do you mean by the maximum demand? So maximum demand is the maximum power consumed for a short duration, say 15 minutes to 30 minutes. So this maximum demand will arise both in your home, that is domestic, and in your industry. So, the extra penalty charges will be imposed by the utility, that is KSEB or any power supplying company, for this unprecedented energy consumption on a duration, that is 15 minutes to 30 minutes. To avoid this one, we need to have a controller, that is maximum demand controller, which is mainly installed in an industry. So in industry we will install or we will commission this maximum demand controller to control this maximum demand, which will arise at any time. It may at any time it may arise when it may arise in the afternoon or it may arise in the evening. So it depends upon the more energy which you consume. So I will show you one example. So you can see it is an energy charge which is being taken for this one normal consumption, that is baseline charge, and one more charge is there, that is demand charge. Demand charge is the maximum demand which occur. So you can see it will occur only for a short duration. So you can see electricity demand throughout the day. So this is the electricity consumption, and the quantity of energy consumption, we can see it will increase from morning to up to the afternoon. And in the noon you can see it is the highest demand of the day. In the noon you will be having the highest demand. So this is an one example. This example may vary from one industry to other industry. So here you can see the maximum demand is the maximum energy consumption which is being done in a noon period. Noon, that is 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. in that time. So what happens during what happens, this extra energy consumption which is being done by the industry should be paid. That is, the industry should have to pay the penalty for this extra energy consumption, which is just for a short duration. So by installing the maximum demand controller, you can conserve the extra charges which you have paying to the utility for a very short period of energy consumption, which is being put as a penalty by the utility. So you can see here the maximum energy consumption. So you can see here the demand charge. Demand charge is the maximum demand charge, 17 lakh 1 crore 79 lakhs 80,000 rupees. And here you can charge the energy charge is just 8 crore 38 lakhs 50,000 5,030 rupees. And you can see additional 1 crore 79 lakh of energy is being taken as a demand charge. So demand charge is the maximum demand charge which is being done, which is being consumed, the maximum demand which is being consumed by the industry. So this extra penalty is being imposed. Charges on excess, you can see the different types of things, then the electricity duty charges and other charges and fuel adjustment cost, TOD tariff cost, etc. So on this one you can also see a demand charges. So this you can control, these demand charges we can control by using an maximum demand controller. So that one we call as maximum demand controller. So many companies in the mining, automobile, textiles and paper industries have to pay an additional charge over and above the normal charge for units of electricity consumed as maximum demand charge. This charge often forms a large part of the bill. That I told you, for 8 crore there is 1 crore as a demand charge. That is a large part. This charge often forms a large part of the bill, which can be tracked at times to only 130 minutes. For just 30 minutes of energy consumption, you have to pay 1 crore, up to 1 crore you have to pay the energy charge minutes instead of high power usage. This is because the utility companies charges a penalty when the factor draws more power than contracted maximum demand. So more power that actually the utility is being your utility will have an idea. So say this will be for an 30 kilowatt industry. If an industry is being consumed 13 kilowatt, he may have a maximum demand up to 40 kilowatt. But if you consume above that one, that is 50 kilowatt, then for that extra 10 kilowatt you have to charge very high price. So that price is called as a penalty. So the maximum power consumed in a factory over a calculated period of time, which is normally anywhere between 8 to 30 minutes, is known as the maximum demand. Okay. So in many countries 15 minutes is considered as a most common time period for charge. Most common time period, that is maximum demand time. So you can see this one, demand charge examples, and what is maximum demand, and an example of electricity bill. So now we want to control this maximum demand by installing a controller. A maximum demand controller is an energy efficient electrical device. A maximum demand controller is an energy efficient electrical device which helps in controlling kilowatt demand during high power usage periods by shedding non-critical loads. Non-critical loads is the loads which is not critical. Say for a spinning mill industries, we need to operate only that particular motors which is meant to operate, and we can shut off all the AC, air conditioning units, light units and all. When this industry when this motor is being operating more, അതായത് ഈ ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഒരു ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി, അതായത് സ്പിന്നിങ് വീൽ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയോ പിന്നെ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു പേപ്പർ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയോ എന്നൊരു സങ്കല്പിക്കുക. സോ ഇൻ ദാറ്റ് പേപ്പർ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾ, സോ if the production rate is increased, then the energy consumption should also increase അല്ലേ? അതായത് ഒരു പേപ്പറിൽ കൂടുതൽ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ, കൂടുതൽ പേപ്പർ നിങ്ങൾ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ കൂടുതൽ എനർജി കൺസ്യൂം ചെയ്തേ പറ്റൂ. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഇൻ ദാറ്റ് ടൈം വാട്ട് യു ക്യാൻ ഡു, യു ക്യാൻ സ്വിച്ച് ഓൺ യുവർ motors to produce more number of papers, but you can also switch off other non-critical loads like fans, AC, okay, etc. From that you can able to balance this power. അതായത് ക്രിട്ടിക്കൽ ലോഡ്സിന് മാത്രം സ്വിച്ച് ഓൺ ചെയ്യുക, നോൺ ക്രിട്ടിക്കൽ ലോഡ്സിന് സ്വിച്ച് ഓഫ് ചെയ്യുക. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ബാലൻസ് ഇതിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റും. So a substantial amount of electricity bills can be saved by controlling power usage and switching off non-essential loads during such periods. So switching off non-essential loads will be only for 30 minutes maximum, 8 to 30 minutes. Okay. So how does a maximum demand controller works? A value is preset in a maximum demand controller when it is connected to the power line. So a value is preset, there is a preset value. When the demand approaches this value, an alarm is sounded. The alarm is a signal to take corrective action. If the necessary action is not taken, then the control will switch off less important loads in a sequence. less important loads in a sequence. See, these less important loads are already these should be fed to the maximum demand controller. That is, you need to feed that AC is not an uh, not an not an essential load. Fan is not an essential load. Light is not an essential load, if any. If light is not an essential load, and only the motors are only essential load. So then what happens? It will switch off lights, fans, and AC when the demand approaches this above 40 kilowatt hour. 30 to 40, you have already intimated the industry that this will be your maximum demand. If it exceeds 40, then this maximum demand control will switch off light, fan, and AC, and it will only allow to work the motors. Okay, taken. In action is not taken, then the controller switch off less important loads in a sequence. In some factories, loads such as compressor, air conditioner, pumps, fans, and extractors, packaging machineries, and shredders can be disconnected. The order in which the non-essential disconnected loads are disconnected can be decided by the user. That I told you, it can be decided by the user. So user can feed in the maximum demand controller, and the maximum demand controller will act only according to the program which is being done by the user. Okay, the necessary equipments are then restarted at the appropriate time. After this consumption, these equipments will be restarted. Okay, fine. What are the benefits of maximum demand controller? So we need to see what is the benefits of maximum demand controller. In addition to saving of the cost, maximum demand controller is also beneficial in the following ways. So we know that if you shed off these non-essential loads, you cannot in the previous electricity bill you need to pay 1 crore. So that 1 crore you can save by putting a maximum demand controller. So apart from the cost, apart from the saving of the cost, what are the benefits? So excess maximum demand on the entire supply grid can be avoided. So excess maximum demand on the grid can be avoided. During peak power usage, the load factor can be improved. Load factor can be improved by controlling and flattening the load curve. So if this maximum demand peak is not there, then the load curve will become almost flat. Okay, step by step approach for maximum demand control. So what is the step by step approach through which we can control the maximum demand? One is load curve generation. So we need to generate the load curve. So what is the load curve? Load curve is this one, the maximum number of loads consumed in an hours. So this is the loads kilowatt hour consumed during a hour. So this load curve may vary for it may be for hourly, it may be for daily, it may be for weekly, it may be for monthly, it may be for an year. So this load curve is of different types. Okay, so it is nothing but the number of loads, the total number of loads consumed per an with one axis, that is y axis will consume the kilowatt of load, and x axis will have a time. This time may be for hour, this time may be for week, this time may be for monthly, or this time may be for year. Okay, so next one, rescheduling of loads, and third, shortage of products in process material, process utilities like refrigerations, and fourth, shedding of non-essential loads, that is load shedding, and operation of captive generation and diesel generation set, and sixth one, reactive power consumption. Reactive power compensation. So we study one by one. First is load curve generation. See, actually this maximum demand controller is very important, and it may ask in your examination what are the different approach to reduce the maximum demand control. It will be asking in your examination, and you have to write down these 6 steps in detail. Okay. See, peak demand control is also called as maximum demand control. So actually in your syllabus there is a peak demand control. So peak, what is peak demand? Peak demand is the maximum demand. So that is same as the maximum demand. So what are the different approaches are there? One is load curve generation, rescheduling of loads, shortage of products in process materials, and storage of products in process material, process utilities like refrigerations. So the storage of products will be mainly done in a food industries, and shedding of non-essential loads, and operation of captive generation and diesel generation sets. So you can operate the captive generation. Captive generation is an extra generating equipment which is being connected in parallel to the utility. അതായത് ഈ യൂട്ടിലിറ്റി KCB യൂട്ടിലിറ്റിൻ്റെ പാരലായിട്ട് നിങ്ങളൊരു വിൻഡ് ഫാം കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. സോ അതിന് നിങ്ങൾ എന്താ പറയുക, ക്യാപ്റ്റീവ് ജനറേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയാം. or you will be connecting a solar farm, solar photovoltaic panels and all. So that is also called as, and another is diesel generation sets, diesel operated generation, DG sets. And sixth one, reactive power compensation by consuming. So what is the reactive power? Reactive power is not a power which is being used to do a work. So if you reduce the reactive power, then you can reduce the amount of current consumption reduce amount. If the reactive power increases, then the current consumption will increases. When the current consumption will increases, then the kilowatt hour consumption will also increases, and it will lead to the more amount of kilowatt hour increases, then it will lead to the more amount of energy, more amount of that it will lead to the increase in the electricity bill. More amount of energy is being consumed, and it will lead to the increase in the electricity bill. So we need to compensate. So one of the best reactive power compensation is installing a capacitor in your fan. So fan il ningalൊരു capacitor install ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലേ, ഈ കപ്പാസിറ്റർ കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലേ, കപ്പാസിറ്റർ കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഫാൻ ഓപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യും സ്മൂത്തായിട്ട്. അതേപോലെ ഒരു ഇൻഡക്റ്റീവ് ലോഡിന് അക്രോസ് ഒരു കപ്പാസിറ്റർ ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ ചെയ്യുക. കപ്പാസിറ്റർ കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിൻ്റെ പവർ ഫാക്ടർ നിങ്ങൾ ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. പവർ ഫാക്ടർ ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ സംഭവിക്കുക? കറണ്ട് കൺസംഷൻ കുറക്കാൻ പറ്റും. കറണ്ട് കൺസംഷൻ കുറച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സ്മൂത്തായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ഓപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. അതായത് വോൾട്ടേജ് ബാലൻസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. അതായത് ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഒരു ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസിൽ പല ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവും, രണ്ടോ മൂന്നോ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ആ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസ് മാക്സിമം ഇൻഡക്റ്റീവ് ലോഡ് കൺസ്യൂം ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിൻ്റെ അടുത്തൊരു ഡൊമസ്റ്റിക് കൺസംഷൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. അതായത് ഒരു ഹൗസസ് ഉണ്ടാവും, ഒരു 10 വീടുണ്ടാവും. ഈ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസ് മാക്സിമം എനർജി കൺസ്യൂം ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ വീട്ടിലേക്ക് പവർ കൊടുക്കാനുണ്ടാവില്ല. അവിടെ കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന 230 വോൾട്ട് ചിലപ്പം 180 വോൾട്ടിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾ സപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരും. സോ അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എവിടെ നിന്ന് കോമ്പൻസേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക? ഈ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി പവർ കൺസ്യൂം ചെയ്യുന്നത് റിയാക്റ്റീവ് പവർ കോമ്പൻസേഷൻ ഒക്കെ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എല്ലാ സ്ഥലത്തും നിങ്ങൾ ഒരേ വോൾട്ടേജിലും സപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. അതായത് ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസിന് കിട്ടുന്ന 230 or 415 വോൾട്ട് ആയിരിക്കും. അതേപോലെ ഹോംസിന് ഡൊമസ്റ്റിക് പവർ കൺസംഷൻ കൊടുക്കുന്നത് 230 or 415 വോൾട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്കും അവിടെ സപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. Okay, so we will study in detail about this one, different approaches in the upcoming classes. Okay, and also we need to have a case study, and one more topic is there, that is optimal generation. With these 2 points, these 2 sections we study in the upcoming classes. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.